Hey guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you will not regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back. Guys, listen. I'm gonna put all three of my intro, my mailbox, the personal email, and the Cash App up there. But I'm gonna skip talking about it a little bit. I'm gonna talk about something that's very serious to me, and it's something that happens every day, and it's a damn shame. And this story right here really got to me because this is where this happened in my backyard of Houston, Texas, where I'm presently at. And it's a sad story. I talk about a lot of, police videos and stuff where people, act out of order. And I try to give insight into, making us better as people, period. But some people can't be fixed. And this story here is about a piece of crap named Jordan Fowler. Now, Jordan Fowler just bonded out of jail in Houston, Texas on a $150,000 bond. What is Jordan Fowler accused of? Or what did he do? This 3-year-old boy up here is Nehemiah Salas. He beat this little boy into a coma with some of the most stupidest stuff out there. Stuff that children do. Little boy is 3. Mr. Fowler's co-defendant is Nehemiah Salas's mother, and she is Jasmine Salas. So basically, this man was abusing this boy who's not his child, I might add. That's key for what I'm about to talk about. And she sat there and did nothing, like the child wasn't even hers. And both of them are locked up with charges of injury to a child. What kind of mother does that? And this happened in late January. I'm gonna play the news article, and it is disturbing from what you hear. So I'm just gonna give you guys a warning. If you're having a good day, you might want to turn away. And a lot of times you guys are like, Steve, you do these videos and it seems like you get upset. Yeah, I do get upset because nobody can speak for these kids. 3 years old. Guys, just take a look and I'll come back and we'll take it from there.
At 10, a man is now charged in connection to the near-deadly beating of a 3-year-old in Houston that landed that child in a coma. And now we're getting new facts on a potential motive. ABC 13's Daniela Hurtado was there when Jordan Fowler left jail tonight after posting bail.
He bonded out around 5 this afternoon. We were there when he stepped out of the jail. We tried to talk to him, but he rushed into a car and drove off. His co-defendant, though, Jasmine Salas, is still at the jail on a $150,000 bond. 3-year-old Nehemiah is being called a miracle after being taken by life flight to the hospital in late January with serious injuries. He was in a coma, described as having no brain activity. Today, his biological mother, Jasmine Salas, and her boyfriend, Jordan Fowler, who is not the boy's father, are both charged in Harris County for injury to a child.
They should have no rights to be able to be near a child. None.
This is Nehemiah's great aunt, who is now caring for the 3-year-old and his 5-year-old brother. New tonight, court records reveal a look into the abuse law enforcement and doctors say little Nehemiah endured. Jordan Fowler is accused of kicking the young boy in the stomach after the child had an accident in the hallway. Fowler is also accused of picking up Nehemiah, who weighed 25 pounds, by the throat and choking him toward the ceiling. All while police say Nehemiah's mother, Jasmine Salas, stood by. On a different day, the police say the boy had another accident. Fowler is accused of getting angry and taking the child into a bathroom and shutting the door for 10 minutes. His mother tells police she could hear her son crying through the door while being hit.
That's just heartless. That you can't call yourself a mother. You can't possibly call yourself a mother. to do that.
Nehemiah's older brother was interviewed by authorities. He told them his mother said Nehemiah had died. Police say suspect Salas admitted to seeing Fowler hit her son on multiple occasions and not seeking medical help for her boy.
It's just pure evil.
Doctors say Nehemiah, along with extensive abuse, was also severely malnourished. While the two people accused of nearly killing Nehemiah will have to wait for their day in court, Nehemiah's family hopes they're held accountable for their actions as Nehemiah fights every day to be able to walk and smile again. In Houston, Daniela Hurtado, ABC 13.
All right, guys. I'm going to do this the way I do it. So if you got small children in the room, you might want to take them out. I'm going to get emotional, and I'm not going to hold back, because he didn't hold back on his child that he did. He beat that child within an inch of his life. Said the baby had to be life flighted from a house. I don't know if you know how serious that is. I mean, when the EMTs got there, he had no chance of survival via transportation on the road. They had to fly his little behind out to save his life. And I'm going to tell you right now, this dude right here, Jordan Fowler, is a piece of shit. And he is lucky. He was in jail at the right time, at the right moment, and I don't understand why nobody knew who he was. Because in certain situations, he shouldn't have made it out of there. Now, he must have been locked up since late January, and he just bailed out. And I'm going to tell you something else that's messed up, and I want you to pay close attention. Listen. See how he got his punk ass out of there? Co-defendant, the mom, where's she at? Still in there. You let this man terrorize your son and beat him damn near to death, and then he left you too. You never met nothing like that child. And if you didn't want the child, you could have gave him up for adoption. You didn't have to do that. That's one of the things that's messed up with society. Nobody calls it out because don't nobody want to say nothing bad about ladies or anything like that. We got a lot of people that want babies for the attention factor, but then when they see the responsibility, they don't want the responsibility. Now, I don't know how old this lady is that had his baby, but she need a face tore off with a blunt knife. She need a face tore off. And this dude right here shouldn't be breathing right now. That's a 3-year-old child that don't know anything. They said the baby was malnourished. He weighed 22 pounds at 3 years old. You holding him up by his damn neck, choking him like you the fucking Undertaker or something. And you sitting there watching that? What kind of woman are you? Like I told you, a society that don't take care of kids is not a society, it's a circus. And this right here is P.T. Barnum and Bailey at its fucking finest. Still in jail. That's your love right there. That's your love. Son might not ever be able to walk again. I didn't want to show the hospital pictures because they really got to me. Because I got kids. My kids are older. I got a 7-year-old daughter. God forbid if something like that ever happened. What kind of human being are you? Taking the baby in that, listen. You took the baby in there, in a room, in a bathroom for 10 minutes. She told me you could hear him getting beat and crying. If he choking the baby and all this stuff in front of you, what you think he was doing in the bathroom with that boy? For 10 minutes. 10 minutes of terror. I'm sorry. 20 pounds. He can't do anything. He can't even defend himself. You kicking him in the stomach. Where are we at as a society? Another thing, injury to a child. How did he get bond anyway? How did he get bond? How? Explain that. This dude need his head cut off. This video is not going to get monetized, so I'm not even worrying about it. But I mean, this has to be said. This has to be said. A lot of times, women have these babies when they're young, think it's going to be easy. Know you need a man and all this other stuff, and then you got the responsibilities as a child and all this other stuff, and you can't get out. and do what you want to do as if you didn't have a child, and you turn your aggression towards the child. That man is not that child's father. So you think he has any ethereal ties to him? No, he'll do whatever he wants. Why? Because he can leave out the door and never come back like he did to your dumb ass in jail. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get emotional, but this really upsets me because this happens a lot. And I don't like doing stories like this, but this little boy's story got to be told. We don't know if he'll have a history of seizures now. Perfectly fine little boy. The psychological trauma that's instilled on him for a man that didn't care nothing about the mother or that child. He probably was living off of a check or something she had. That's the worst kind of human being. And it's a lot of them out here. A lot of them out here. Jasmine Salas, you ain't shit. You locked up. Now your great aunt or whoever the lady is, God bless her soul, she got to deal with a handicapped child. You don't know if that takes her off of her job to do that or what. Everybody got their own problems. You shouldn't have been with that guy. You shouldn't have been with him. But you didn't care about that baby anyway. They didn't say whether the 5-year-old was being abused or not, but he had to witness that. The little boy had an accident on the floor. Puppies do that shit all the damn time. You don't see people killing them and all this other stupid stuff. That's a human being, not a fucking animal or a toy you can just throw in the fucking corner. No humanity. And honestly, no justice. How the fuck he get $150,000 bond? He should have never got out. And I don't want to sit up here and say he allegedly. No. Because if somebody blame me and said I allegedly did something to a child, I'll be fighting and get the best lawyer I can because I don't want that rap on me. Look at this mugshot. No remorse. I wish I could fix it. It's just man. And I hope he get a good recovery because he said he had no brain activity. She running around telling people he dead. Who runs around and says that my child's dead? You don't even know yet. That right there tell me she didn't like the little boy anyway. And it probably stemmed from the father. She ain't want the father or didn't like the father and then took it out on him. Let any old man just come in the house. And I'm going to tell you ladies something. This happens a lot. This happens a lot. We get these guys, don't mean you're no good. You just desperate because you want somebody to spend time with you because you stuck with these babies. The man come in, you don't think he know that? You don't think he know that? Come in there, use up all your resources and bounce off on you. And you're lucky if you don't wind up with another baby because he's going to abuse you like you did the child. Maybe not physically, but it's mentally. You never let nobody take advantage of you ever, whether you be male or female. A lot of people out here don't want to be by themselves. Sometimes being by yourself is better when you can reflect, make you a better person. And this shit hurt me bad, man. 3 years old. 3 years old. And my thing is, where's the outrage? Where's the outrage? You don't hear no community activists saying anything about this. And this is why I got a problem with most of them, because they don't address stuff like this. That boy is the future. I know that beating took years off his life. Seeing him, man, can you imagine going in there and seeing your son like that? And and this is just speaking on the boy's father. I don't even know if the boy's father's in his life or not. But I mean, just going in there and seeing that you couldn't protect your child. He laid up in the bed like that. The reason why I'm so emotional about this, guys, I wasn't going to say this. This is kind of graphic, but I'm going to tell you something. I think I had to be in 6th or 7th grade. I lived next to a train yard, right? You know where a train depot where the trains met. And my grandfather, you know, we little kids, we go down there with sticks and break the weeds down and stuff. And they'd be like, yo, don't go down there. You know, people be missing and all. You know, we little kids, we don't know what that means. And I remember me and a couple of my friends, it was a trash bag, and it was flies on the trash bag. We opened the trash bag up, man. It was the torso of a woman. And I remember the smell, and I remember how it looked. And it's something I'll never forget. And that's the closest thing to death I've seen, like a decaying body. And like, I don't mean to bring that up, but I mean, just somebody chopped this woman, put her in a bag. And I never forgot that, like, damn, who would do that to a person? And then it just raised my ears, like, you know, you got to be more careful in life. This little boy couldn't escape that. He had to stay there and endure that shit. 3 years old, don't even know anything. A child's mind from 0 age to age 7, the neurons in the brain are firing at an alarming rate to where their character is developed by the time they're 7 years old, if they're uninterrupted and they're put in a flourishing, nourishing environment. They ruined that. Ruined it. Now the mom going to jail. Somebody got to explain to the boy when he says, where's my mom? And you got to explain, he got to carry this bag, this weight of your mom was going to let somebody kill you. It's like we don't think about the ripple effect that we entail on the lives of other people. Her letting this man do this affected a whole lot of people. That dude was nothing but the devil. I don't mean to slop, so I'll be doing that. But I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I know this video is long, and I didn't mean to make it this long. But I mean, just y'all got kids, man. Just pay attention to your kids. And I know some of us are not with the person. Some of us are going through hell with the person. I've been through that too. But I mean, just sometimes it's good to just let your kids know that you're still there. Pop in every once in a while. Hey, you can talk to your dad. Because this stuff right here can't keep going on. Regardless of a problem, what you got with somebody of the opposite sex that you got a baby by, sometimes it ain't nothing greater than your kid. Everything else will work itself out. I'm Stock Market Steve, man. Leave me a comment, man. I'm sorry I got emotional. I mean, I really didn't mean this shit. It bothers me. And it's hurtful. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.